Hello students, myself Rakesh Misra. Here I have a bunch of topic from natural resource chapter. The topic is biodegradable, non-biodegradable, biological magnification and solid waste management. Biodegradable for what? Biodegradable substances of environment. That is actually we are going to talk about the solid waste pollution and later how and why they are actually able to affect our life cycle and how we are able to tolerate the problems of solid waste from our environment. Actually, biodegradable for the waste, biodegradable waste, non-biodegradable for the waste, and then the third topic is biological magnification and fourth topic is solid waste management. This is very important topic. This is very important video lecture for class 10th students especially. In this video lecture I will cover all the topic. So one by one I will discuss about the biological magnification, biodegradable waste, non-biodegradable waste, and later than the biological magnification and solid waste management. Actually, let us talk about the waste. Waste are those substances that actually there has no role in our life. Waste are the substances that have actually formed from our body, or actually from our the domestic garbages or from our municipal garbages as a waste, as a overall the biomaterial, that is the byproduct having no any role, no any uses, and they are actually there has scraps of the solid waste substances or concretes or different kinds of the agricultural waste. For example, the wrappers or packets of the agro farming chemicals. So many example of waste. So first of all, you need to write the waste. Waste are the non-essential components of our life. Maybe the solid waste, maybe the liquid waste, or maybe the gaseous waste. There are so many waste products, but here I am going to talk about the solid waste. First of all, the definition of waste. The non-essential, substances produced from daily activities. The non-essential substances that produce from the daily activities or the routine activities are known as the waste. Here the biodegradable waste, waste that can decompose by microorganisms called as biodegradable waste. Actually, microorganisms in previous topic I have discussed about. Microorganisms are the third part of our ecosystem, that are biotic ecosystem. The first one was the producer, second one was the consumer, and third one was the decomposers. Decomposers play very vital role in our ecosystem as a cleaning agents. They are actually act as the environmental cleaner by decomposing the substances, decomposing the organic substances, and those substances that cannot decomposed by the decomposer, or that is the substances that cannot digest or degrade by the microorganisms are called as non-biodegradable substances. So here I am going to talk about the biodegradable. Bios means the life, degradable means the decomposed. So here bios means the life, and degradable means the ability to decompose. The ability to decompose, it means the organic substances, the organic waste that can easily decompose by microorganisms called, आगे लगा लीजिएगा, called biodegradable waste. Example, the vegetable waste, agricultural garbages, etc. The substances that can easily decompose by microorganisms are called biodegradable waste. But apart from biodegradable waste, some waste are actually not able to digest or degraded by the microorganisms. With the help of different kinds of enzyme, after application of temperature or pressure, they cannot be digested or they cannot be decomposed of. That kinds of substances are known as non-biodegradable substances. So let us talk about the non-biodegradable substances. Non-biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable waste, the waste that cannot easily decompose, उधर डिकम्पोज लिखे हैं, फ्रॉम इजीली के बाद डिकम्पोज लिखे, उसको आप लिख लीजिए, ठीक है. दैट कैन नॉट इजीली डिकम्पोज बाय microorganisms called non-biodegradable decomposers. That is not non-biodegradable waste. Example, the plastic waste, inorganic chemical waste like DDT, etc. Glasses, iron rings, pebbles, etc. They are actually non-biodegradable waste. So waste on the basis of the decomposition by microorganisms may be the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. I hope your concept regarding the biodegradable and non-biodegradable along with the definition, along with the example is clear. You are well familiar with the color of the dustbin. The dustbin color may be the black or green, are actually for the biodegradable and non-biodegradable type. The green color of dustbin indicates whatever the importance of that color, whatever the importance of dustbin, green color dustbins in our life. Actually, green color of dustbin indicates the composition of the waste of biodegradable can be poured into them. And the black color dustbin actually assigned for the non-biodegradable substances that cannot easily be decomposed, like the plastic waste, etc. It means if you are next time if you are having a waste, then clearly separate out the biodegradable and non-biodegradable from the black and green colors dustbins. I hope your concept regarding that biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances is clear. You have to write at least 5 to 10 example of biodegradable and at least 5 to 10 example of non-biodegradable substances or waste. And also the unimportancy. Now back to the disadvantage of non-biodegradable substances. Biodegradable substances को डिग्रेड किया, डिकम्पोज किया, फिर से उसकी बॉडी, फिर से उसका एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं रहेगा. बट नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंसेस को अगर डिकम्पोज ना करें तो हमारे इफेक्ट, हमारे सोसाइटी पे क्या इफेक्ट पड़ेगा, हमारे इकोसिस्टम पे कौन सा इफेक्ट पड़ेगा, उसका मैं डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. सो इफेक्ट्स ऑफ नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंसेस ओवर द एनवायरनमेंट causes the toxicity, and that toxicity may accumulate throughout the different parts of our ecosystem, maybe from producer to top level consumers, and that is actually known as biological magnification. So what is biological magnification? Accumulation and utilization of non-biodegradable toxic substances. Accumulation and utilization of non-biodegradable toxic substances throughout the different trophic level called biological magnification. And in each step, the toxicity of non-biodegradable substances get enhanced Suppose that if the small fish ingest the very little amount of about 1 gram of DDT, then up to the top level consumer, up to the cranes, it will enhance up to 5 gram or 10 gram. That is the disadvantage of accumulation of toxic substances in form of non-biodegradable substances. Now back to the biological magnification. Let I clear the definition and disadvantage of non-biodegradable substances as the biological magnification. Now the biological magnification. Listen. The process of accumulation and utilization. The process of accumulation and utilization of toxic non-biodegradable substances in different parts of our ecosystem called biological magnification. Actually, magnification word is related word with the magnify. Magnify means to enhance. So how the biological magnification are so called? Listen carefully. Suppose that this is the small fish. Small fish later intake by the big fish, and later it will be intake by the cranes or crabs, and it will link with the zooplanktons, and zooplanktons later link with the phytoplanktons. Suppose that a farmers, after using DDT, very toxic insecticides, herbicides, often used to kills the insects and pests over the herbs and shrubs. So here suppose that farmers use the DDT, the toxic chemicals, over the crops, and wrappers of that DDT and the chemicals are actually left over there. After the complete raining, the overall wrappers as well as the DDT get washed out from the different kinds of plants, and the washed DDT get later flow and mix with the pond or the source of other water. Then what happens? The phytoplanktons absorb the DDT, and that DDT, suppose that is about 0.002 mg. Then it will enhance in zooplanktons. It will enhance in zooplanktons up to 0.02 mg, and later up to 0.2 mg, and later up to the big fish it will up to the 2 mg, and up to the crabs it will either increase up to 20 mg. So in each step you have seen the toxicity of DDT and the amount of DDT get increased from the producer up to top level consumer. This enhancing the toxic substances in each steps are known as biological magnification. That is very important concept for class 10th students only. Biological magnification are actually also in class 12, but in this session from session 2020-21, the students of class 12 actually no more associate with the ecosystem. So only the class 10th students reminded that the biological magnification is very important. So in each steps, the toxicity of DDT as well as the other organic substances that are directly mixed into the atmosphere get increased, and this enhancing should be used as an example of biological magnification. This is enhancing criteria of DDT. So you can write the quotation for that flow chart as a enhancing or biological magnification of DDT in the pond ecosystem. And as per explanation you need to write for that is farmers use the DDT Later, farmer left the wrappers as well as the toxic substances around the farm, around the land, and after washing, after the raining, the overall toxic substances, overall DDT get washed, which later mix with the water source, open water source, and then it will later turn into our ecosystem. It may also get effect to you. It means if you use the big fishes or small fishes, you will also get suffer with the toxicity of DDT. So these are the definition and example of biological magnification. Similarly, if you are actually not familiar with the word the plastic biological magnification, then the toxicity of plastic may cause cancer, because plastics are non-biodegradable substances. They cannot easily decompose by the application of pressure, temperature or microorganisms. So there is a need to reuse or recycle or reduce the amount of biological magnification, amount of the non-biodegradable substances. We will discuss about the management of that non-biodegradable substances and the solid waste management. इसमें तुमने पढ़ लिया कि नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंस हमारे लिए हार्मफुल है, बायोलॉजिकल मैग्निफिकेशन क्रिएट करता है, बट उसका हम दोबारा से अगर हम इस्तेमाल करना चाहें, मतलब उसको मैनेज करना चाहें, प्रॉब्लम तो है हमारे लिए, प्लास्टिक सब लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, प्लास्टिक को गवर्नमेंट टाइम टू टाइम बैन करती है, लेकिन फिर ढाक के 3 पार्ट वही हो जाता है. तो आपको ये जानना है कि फिर उसका हम कैसे मैनेजमेंट करेंगे. ठीक है, सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट को हम यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन कर दे रहे हैं. ठीक है, सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, process to overcome the problem of non-biodegradable substances by means of their recycling, reuse or reducing is known as the solid waste management. So you need to write the definition of solid waste management. Process to overcome the problem of non-biodegradable substances, in order to manage them from ecosystem called solid waste management. It can be write in your own language also, because this is not a standard definition. The definition are actually created by you also. So you should write the definition of solid waste management of the non-biodegradable substances, because for biodegradable substances there is no need to manage. The method of solid waste managements are actually associated with the 3R strategies. 3R strategies. What is 3R strategies? 3R means, the first R means recycle. The second R means reduce, and third R means reuse. So the 3R only for the non-biodegradable substances like the plastic waste or the glass waste or iron waste. So many metal waste are actually associated with the non-biodegradable substances. Recycle means there is the recycling process by which a bunch of non-biodegradable substances like the waste materials are actually sent to the recycling process in order to remodify them for the other different purpose. By extracting the important substances from them, that is known as the recycle. Recycle means, suppose that you have the toy, and toys later cracked, then you sold them into the scrap solder, that is the scrap shopkeepers. Then what happened? Then scrap shopkeepers actually send them into the different factories that are often utilize them to do the different kinds of function. For example, making the other plastic substances. आपके पास अगर कोई प्लास्टिक्स के स्क्रैप्स है तो उसको आप तोड़ के घर पे रखे हुए हैं, कोई कबाड़ी वाला आ रहा तो उसको आप बेच दिए, ठीक है। तो स्क्रैप शोल्डर्स के पास अगर बेच दिए या फिर स्क्रैप होल्डर के पास उसको बेचने के बाद जो है वो स्क्रैप होल्डर क्या करेगा, उस प्लास्टिक वेस्ट को रिसाइकलिंग प्लांट्स में भेजेगा और रिसाइकलिंग प्लांट्स वाला क्या करेगा, टॉयज को घड़ी में, भाई घड़ी प्लास्टिक का है उसमें यूज कर लिया, ठीक है। उसको पहले गलाएगा, पिघलाएगा, रिसाइकिल करेगा, फिर जाके यूज करेगा, ठीक है। मोबाइल के डिफरेंट इक्विपमेंट एसेसरीज बनाने में, प्लास्टिक के डिफरेंट अदर एसेसरीज बनाने में उसको यूज कर लेगा। दैट इज नोन एज द रिसाइकिल। रिसाइकिल इज द फर्दर प्रोसेस ऑफ रिसाइकलिंग ऑफ द सबस्टेंसेज बाय विच द very other substances, the different other simple type of substances may use for the different other kinds of substances. From for example, the toys to watch. Reduce means the different kinds of different strategies by which the solid waste actually get decrease as per their amount, as per their weight, as per their volume, by means of tolerate the space that occupied by that kinds of particular substances. For example, if you see in your local area, your overall the wasteland is covered by the different kinds of polythenes, garbages. That polythene actually not only cover the overall wasteland, they also cover the different kinds of thick vegetation, and they never allowed to grow up that vegetation. प्लास्टिक वेस्ट जो फैला हुआ है खेतों में या फिर कहीं वेस्टलैंड्स पे, तो वो किसी वेजिटेबल्स, किसी पार्टिकुलर वेजिटेशन को, प्लांट्स को ग्रो करने के लिए सूटेबल एनवायरनमेंट प्रोवाइड नहीं करता। प्लास्टिक एक लेयर क्रिएट कर देता है जिससे रेन वाटर आसानी से सिंक भी नहीं हो पाता है, ठीक है। और वो सिंक नहीं हो पाएगा तो ग्राउंड वाटर आसानी से रिचार्ज नहीं हो पाएंगे। साथ ही कोई भी ग्रास या कोई भी प्लांट्स न्यू ग्रो नहीं कर पाएगा क्योंकि वो एक लेयर बना लेते हैं। तो उस एरिया को हम सभी प्लास्टिक को अगर रिड्यूस कर दें, यानी छोटे से पार्ट में कहीं पे रख के उसको गला के पिघला के छोटा कर दें, स्पेस कम हो जाएगा। तो ये एक सबसे अच्छा वे होता है 3R स्ट्रेटजीज में। रिड्यूस मीन्स होता है कम करना, ठीक है। इसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है लैंड फिल करके उसको गड्ढे में भर देते हैं ताकि वो कम से कम जगह में उसको लोकलाइज्ड किया जा सके। एक इम्पोर्टेंट इक्विपमेंट आता है इसमें। इक्विपमेंट मीन्स एक इम्पोर्टेंट जो है डिवाइस आती है जिसका नाम है इंसिनरेटर। इस इंसिनरेटर में क्या किया जाता है, बहुत सारे सॉलिड वेस्ट को जो गलने लग रहा था उसमें डाला जाता है और टेम्परेचर इसका 1000 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड कर दिया जाता है। 1000 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पे गल के छोटा हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा, और जब कम हो जाएगा तो उसको कहीं भी रखा जा सकता है। That's why incinerator is basically used in the reducing of the solid waste substances that can be melted and that can be remodified. Now back to the reuse. Suppose that आपके घर में ब्रश खराब हो गया है तो उसको फेंकिए मत, उसका यूज के दोबारा से अगर किसी कबाड़ी वाले को नहीं बेचना है, मोल्ड करा के रिड्यूस नहीं करना तो उसका कभी कभी रीयूज भी कर लेते हैं। क्या कर लेते हैं, उसको लोग डाई लगाने के लिए काम कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि कुछ जो है जो प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स उसका अच्छे से जो लोग क्या बनाते हैं, उसका अच्छे से अच्छा जो है फ्लावर्स बकेट ऐसे कुछ बना लेते हैं। तो ये रीयूज है। रीयूज मतलब उसका उसी फॉर्मेट में या दूसरे फॉर्मेट में हम यूज कर ले सकते हैं, ठीक है। और बहुत सारे ऐसे डब्बे जिसको आप जो है पेन होल्डर्स के रूप में इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। तो ये सब आपका जो है रीयूज है। रीयूज मीन्स द विदाउट एनी सॉल्ट, विदाउट सॉल्ट टू द स्टेक होल्डर्स, विदाउट रिसाइकलिंग प्रोसेस, विदाउट द रिड्यूसिंग प्रोसेस, दैट इज डायरेक्टली रीयूज ऑफ द सबस्टेंसेज दैट आर एक्चुअली नॉन यूजफुल फॉर द पार्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक थिंग्स। यानी कि ये तीनों चीज़ें अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम हो रही है रिसाइकिल, तो मैं बता दे रहा हूँ रिसाइकिल मीन्स क्या होता है कि स्क्रैप्स को रिसाइकलिंग प्लांट्स में भेजा जाएगा, फिर उसका डिफरेंट फॉर्म में यूज होगा। रिड्यूस में क्या होगा, उसके स्पेस को कम करने के लिए, लैंडफिल या टोटल कवर एरिया को कम करने के लिए ये रिड्यूस वर्ड यूज किया जाता है, ठीक है। यानी कि अगर हम इतना सारा पॉलीथीन इकट्ठा करके गलाएं तो वो थोड़ा सा हो जाएगा और वो थोड़ी सी जगह को कवर करेगा, ठीक है। और रीयूज मतलब इमीडिएटली उसका यूज कर लेते हैं। तो ये हमारा तीनों कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो गया। इट मीन्स हमारे सारे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो गए, बायोडिग्रेडेबल, नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल, biological magnification, solid waste management. Let I remind you the substances the organic waste or the substances that are easily decomposed by the microorganisms called as biodegradable substances, like the peels of potato, the garbages of vegetables, garbages of agro practice, agro waste, etc. The non-biodegradable substances that cannot easily decompose by the microorganisms, like plastic waste, glass waste and metal waste. The biological magnification, accumulation and enhancing the toxic substances at each level, at each trophic level of an ecosystem, known as the biological magnification. Solid waste management, that over your screen. How do the solid waste management help in the reducing the substances by means of the 3R strategies? So you should write the comments on 3R strategies by giving your own understanding, by giving the different concepts of the 3R strategies in your own language. That is very important to you. I think overall chapters related to overall topics related to the solid waste management is clear. Now back to in next video lecture, I will discuss with the ozone layer depletion and other more important topics regarding the natural resources. Thank you.